Hello, everybody, and welcome to another installment of Shauna Spilling the Presley Tea. So, guys, I hope y'all are doing okay tonight. It is Friday. Yay! And if y'all hadn't seen my Rip It Up promotion video for this live, go do it. You guys, I want to dance more in life, whether anyone likes it or not. I want to dance to Elvis music. I want to have a good time. I want to give you guys the dish. And I want us to be a happy Elvis family. Thank you, Ashley. Hi. Hi, Sylvie. Hi, John. John states, rest in peace, Lisa Marie. It's still tough to believe that she is gone. Rest in peace to the princess of rock and roll. I know, it's hard to believe that it's been this long. It's hard to believe. But she is gone. And in my personal opinion, and it might be the opinion of you guys, it might not be the opinion of others. You know, we live in a world where we all have our own personal beliefs and our own personal opinions. And in my personal opinion, for right now, for as it lies, now things can change. Things change all the time. You know how the world keeps turning. You know, us as individuals, we change in time. You know, what our beliefs are when we're young might not be the beliefs that we are right now. But in my personal opinion, right now, unless it changes, and it could, I truly believe that Lisa Marie was the last link to Elvis Presley that we had. That's just my personal belief. You know, I mean, she loved her daddy so much and she wanted to protect his legacy so much that she didn't like anything or anybody saying anything against her father. She wanted to rise him up, not level him out and not bring him down below. She wanted to keep him raised up. And that's what any little girl, even adult girl, believes about their father. You know, you're normally, if you're a little girl and you grew up in a good environment, you're normally 9 times out of 10 a daddy's girl. And I know I was. And I know there are a lot of you that are too. But in my environment growing up as a daddy's girl, I will want to rise my daddy's name up and not level him down to the ground in any way, shape, or form. And she said it one time. Um, I can't quote her completely, but it was something like, I would never sell anything mediocre in my father's name, like perfume or anything like that. You know, I wouldn't want to do that. And that was kind of a dig at her mom because didn't her mom bring out like perfumes and colognes? I mean, I know I owned Elvis when it came out in like 92, 93, and I went and bought that thinking it was awesome. It says Elvis, but it was created. I was a young thing back then. According to Elvis, he would have called me a young chicken. But at the age of 14, going and buying that Elvis cologne when it was first promoted through Graceland and everywhere else, I thought that I was buying a piece of Elvis. I know that might be crazy to some, but to me, being a young chicken, to me, it meant everything. And I couldn't afford a big bottle because when it first came out, for me, it was too expensive. I was just 14, you know, so I went and bought me one of those, you know, trial size, you know, bottles, and it had that beautiful blue box, and it had gold Elvis, just Elvis written across. And I thought it was just so awesome until I read Child Bride. And I already knew there was something shady about Priscilla and Elvis's relationship to begin with. But at 14, I thought it was something, you know, I thought it was something. And later on in life, by the time I was 19, excuse me, not that movie, but that book, Child Bride, came out, I thought to myself, oh my gosh, So those goosebumps I kept getting that wasn't feeling right about her ended up being true to a degree. Okay. So then, I dug more, just like you guys dig more. But I'm just saying, Lisa had an idea, and her idea was her father's legacy was important because she was part of that. But in my belief, I think when she passed, that was the last link to Elvis. And I know some other people might not agree with how I feel, but that's just how I feel. But that doesn't mean I will dislike you if you guys don't believe the same thing. Do you see what I'm saying? That's just the point I'm going at, guys. I know it was a long little thing, but my point was, in my opinion, when Lisa Marie died, that was her last. When she died, it was the last link, true link to Elvis and how he was. So yeah. So anyways, Connie, hi. Rose, hi. MJ, hello. Savette, hello. Lou Ann, Elvis Forever 35, hi. Lisa, Rainbow, and Rainbow says, I agree. Lisa was our last link. Thank you. But then again, if you didn't believe my opinion, I still love you for giving your honest answer. We all have different beliefs and who we like and who we don't like, and we all raise our different Elvis flags, who we're for, who we're against, and that is perfectly fine because I know I'm on a certain camp with a certain flag, a certain defense. In my point of view, I'm most likely just an advocate for Elvis' legacy. That's just it. I'm an advocate. You know, I put myself out there. You guys know I'm animated with my beliefs. And I know you guys keep coming back because you guys are wondering, what's she going to do next? What's she going to say next? What's going to happen next? But that's just my personal opinion. That's my story and I'm sticking to it. You know what I'm saying? Unless things change. Like I said, right now, in my personal belief, Elvis's the last link to Elvis was Lisa Marie. She passed. Now, if something happens in the future where the family steps up, then my beliefs will change. But right now, that's just what I believe. You know what she felt like for her dad. She was. How I am animated with you guys when I feel something. Well, so was Lisa, and so would you guys be. Especially someone you love. You know what I'm saying? And adored, like she adored her father. Ashley says she's the only one, and when it comes right down to it, was and always only out for the best interest of Elvis and his legacy. She also loved the fans, which these days seem foreign. Whew, yes, I will have to definitely, yes, I will agree with you, Ashley. I have heard and seen things, and it just seems like it's a money machine. It's a money machine. And I didn't want to do this, but I'm going to say this because we're on the subject of honesty. But I don't like how Joel called us YouTube creators parasites living off of dead Elvis. That was, whoa. Now, I don't know who that was particularly drawn to, but when I saw him say that when he was sitting down in a gold jacket, shiny gold jacket, which kind of is reminiscent to what Elvis wore himself, doesn't he live off of dead Elvis too? I mean, I'm just throwing it out there, guys. I mean, for him calling us parasites, and I might not think he's talking about me because oh, he probably don't watch little o me. But whoever he does or whoever he's referring to, he's sitting there in the chair looking at the camera and stating that us YouTubers or YouTubers in general live off of dead Elvis. Dead Elvis. Hmm. Well, in my world, in my bubble, where I come from, I would think that's calling the kettle black. I don't know, but you guys tell me what you guys think. You know, you know. Ugh. Savette says that she also bought that perfume, so I'm not the only one. Good. Whew. Ashley says that Child Bride really opened her eyes as well. As a kid, she had stars in her eyes when it came to their relationship. She blames Dale Midgiff and Elvis in Me movie for that. Oh, oof. I'm telling you, Ashley. I was going through puberty watching those, and I'll tell you what, woo! Those bedroom scenes were a little steamy for me for being 14 watching this movie and about 12. It first came on when I was 10. My mom watched it. I was watching a little bit, but I wasn't paying attention to too much. Second time it came on TV, I was probably 12. I was like, oh, Del McGiff is so cute. By 14, girl, whoo, between him playing Elvis, I was just steamy. Woo! Steamy. Especially when he got mad. Woo! That spiciness. I'd have been like that with Elvis. I'd been like, woo, you're spicy. Lisa says that she agrees that Lisa was the last link to Elvis. Thank you for your honesty. I know in this day and age it's hard being honest because if you're in the comment section of somebody who has a different stance about something, it's like, whoa, or they block you. Rainbow, Lisa connected with Elvis fans. I'm not feeling it anymore. I see it. I feel it. I mean, if a lot of you guys agree that Lisa was the last link to Elvis and she passed, then I would see how most people aren't feeling it anymore. I mean, Lisa said it herself when she was at his birthday celebration 4 days before she died. She stated that she wouldn't even got out of the house if it wasn't for you all, meaning the fans. Kelsey, I agree that Lisa was the last link. And yes, hello, thanks 1138. Elvis, hello. Yep, and Lisa Townsend. Hey, Ruby, hi. I'm trying to say hi to all y'all. Okay, so thank you, Kelsey. I agree. And Elvis Blue Mountain Fan Club. Good day, beautiful people. Let's see. Lisa Poole says, wait, I missed it. Lisa Poole says, all due respect, and I miss Lisa Marie terribly, but she isn't the last direct Elvis family that grew up with him. There's still Donna Presley, Elvis's first cousin, who now has her own YouTube. I understand, and people have a different stance about her than others. I just don't mention her too much on the show. Everybody knows where her channel is, and they can watch her and listen to her as much as they want. But I did make a video back in the day, and I took it down. And that's all I'll say about it. But if y'all want to watch her, go ahead. Go watch her. And support her if you want. But I'm just saying, in my point of view, the last direct link to Elvis that I know that loved him dearly was his daughter, to me. I think she was the closest direct link to Elvis Presley that there could ever be, period. But other people have different opinions, and that's just how they believe. MJ says that I was right. Elvis, yes, he's living off of Elvis. Yes, Elvis, Joel is also living off of Elvis. So him calling us YouTube channel parasites, living off of dead Elvis, in my personal belief and opinion, Joel is also making money off of dead Elvis. But if y'all ask me how much money I make a month off my YouTube channel, let's just say this, folks. I keep my day job. All right? You know, I don't have enough time or resources or money that I can do this full time. I do this because I love what I do. I do this because I love Elvis and his legacy. As I said, I am an advocate for Elvis's legacy. Ashley, he also said he's basically tired of getting emails about who the fans think be buried at Graceland as well. If he doesn't like his job, he can kick the rocks. My personal opinion, he can take this job and shove it. He ain't working here no more. Just because he's rich and could buy EPE, it doesn't mean no more. There needs to be somebody richer than him if he's going to have that attitude and buy him out. I'm sorry, guys. That's my personal belief, and I'm sticking to it. I'm tired. I don't have no stakes in EPE. They ain't ever going to invite me to know nothing. I'm going to have to buy a ticket like everybody else. I don't care. That's not how I roll. I'm going to tell you how I feel. It's kind of like, you do you, boo. I do me. You know? Elvis Blue Mountain Fan Club. Absolutely. He's the parasite. Everything is a mirror. Elvis Blue Mountain Fan Club. Listen to me. It's smoke and mirrors when it comes to this whole thing. Kathleen said that he's a hypocrite. Savette, you beat me to it, Shauna. Well, sometimes my brain just rolls that way. Kelsey, Joel is a hypocrite. Yeah, I understand. Like I said, Lisa, anybody can go to Donna's site and watch her and feel the way they feel, either on her side, not on her side. I did a video about it a few months ago, and that's just all I'm going to say about it. Personally, I just think Lisa was the only direct, personal, sweet, loving daughter, direct link to Elvis, and everybody else was, in his life, but not as close as a daughter could be to her beloved father. Not like Lisa. Not like little Lisa, right? Ashley, Priscilla has been living off of Elvis since before he died, but they welcomed her and gaslit us for years when it came to her. What a joke. Yes, and we're still getting that to this day, right? I mean, we're getting people telling us that she and Elvis, they were each other's love of their lives. Yeah, okay. Mm-hmm. Right. We have news outlets that will interview her and won't give her the hard questions. And then when we get one, it's someone in Australia, for crying out loud. Nobody in America has the guts for this. You get someone from Australia giving her some of the hard questions, and what does she do? She talks. I can't get over that, though. The way she was. I will never get over that, Ashley. I mean, still to this day, I mean, sometimes I'll even watch the video even now just so I can laugh, because it's like, I gotta see it, because her face. No, Scientology never. I never saw them traffic people. Say no. She was just losing it. She was losing it. And it was so funny. Sylvia, Elvis would be livid if he knew someone was calling his fans parasites. As he's sitting in a chair, Sylvia, with a mic in his hand, wearing a gold jacket, like Elvis. Granted. If you asked him directly that question, this is what I think he would answer. So if I was there, I would have been like, I need a mic. What does something look like a mic? I'd been like, hi, Joel? I'm Shauna. Hi, yes. I have a question for you. You called YouTube channels parasites. Yes, exactly. Living off of dead Elvis. Okay. Well, you are in a gold suit with sequins like how Elvis would wear, and he is dead, and you are living off of him. Can you explain that, sir? And his response would kind of be, well, no, that's not true. This gold suit I have on, I'm promoting the movie Epic. It has nothing to do with living off of dead Elvis. I'm just promoting the movie Epic. Sir, promotion means money. Can you explain? you know, I just had to throw that out there to you guys. That's just how I feel. Goodness. Kelsey, wasn't Lisa planning to buy back more percentage of EPE? Kelsey, I don't know. Was she? I don't know. If she was, give me some information, girl. Was she planning on buying back? I've never heard that before. Not that I know if it's true or not, girl, but I never heard it. If you have, let me know. Let me know where you heard that. Molly, they didn't gaslight me. I've always known she's a fraudulent, lying individual. Ashley, just my opinion, but he doesn't really act like he even wants to engage or participate in Elvis' birthday or Elvis week. It's just a job to him, despite what he says. He gives off weirdo vibes. Oh, yes. And can I mention the fact that he has to marry someone like 27 years younger than him because he can't get anybody his age? And the only reason is the money, 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 EP money. You know that guy's rolling in the dough. Rolling. That was kind of weird when I saw the person that he married when he was taking his honeymoon at the guest house. The guy is a millionaire, right? And he's taking his honeymoon at none other than the guest house. If I was his new 20-something-year-old wife, I would have been like, ew, why are we honeymooning here? We could go to the Italian Riviera. What's I don't know. Gosh, I crack myself up sometimes. Tina, hi, Shauna. Good to see you. Shauna, you keep going on, off a lot. I'm going on and off a lot? Am I, guys? Tell me, is the video quality okay? I don't know, Tina. It looks fine on my end. Sorry, I haven't been on the top. Jenny, girl, I'm going to pray for you. I'm glad you're somewhere. I pray every day the good Lord with the homeless. They need it. Y'all need it. So they always said we're only nine meals from anarchy. Do you guys know that we're only like maybe four payments, house payments, and we're homeless? Guys, it's tough out there. Jesse, I'm going to pray for you, girl. Marilyn, always late, sorry. Girl, I've always said it's better late than never. Katrina, you crack me up, Shauna. Good. I'm glad I cracked somebody up around here. You get some people saying sometimes, I don't even watch her. Connie, yes, you're freezing some. Oh, goodness. Lord. I hope everything's okay because I haven't done anything different. My goodness. Rube said that her video is fine. I don't know. It looks fine on my end. Lisa said that I'm good there, her on her end. Thank you, Lisa. My. I'm telling you, the web that Priscilla has weaved. You know what I'm saying? We start with this whole timeline. Enough about Joel. Let's start with the timeline of events here. So let's start from the beginning. Let's start with Elvis dying. All right? So we start in 1977, August 16th, 1977. We trickle down to where Priscilla puts Lisa into summer camp instead of helping her daughter cope with the loss of her father. Most moms that I know with the loss of a father that young would probably put that child in some kind of church group, counseling, therapy, something that would help that girl grieve, right? But she didn't. She made her go to some summer camp. And not very long after. And then after that, they decided to tour with her sister Michelle to Europe. Right? Right? So, okay, now she in Europe. Okay. So, fast forward to where she's living with Mike Stone. And from then on, Priscilla didn't want any pictures, photos, records, any proof that she was married to Elvis in her home, correct? So she stripped Lisa from ever being able to kind of like grieve her father with like shrines and stuff. I know people grieve differently, but when you're that young and you love your daddy's a big star like that, you'd probably want pictures of your father, records playing of your father, something of your father, memorabilia-wise, to know that he's around close. So Priscilla said, no, not going to have it in my house. In my point of view, being a mom that I am, if it were my son that lost his father and I got remarried or with another lover, or how many lovers did she have? Because she had enough. But I would at least let Lisa, with therapy, have Elvis in her room. Pictures, albums, whatever she wanted, his personal belongings to hold in her room. But she didn't. She didn't allow that at all. There's even interviews of her when she is talking about being the head of EPE, which she wasn't really. But the spokesperson for EPE in the 80s and 90s, she states, I don't have Elvis hanging in my office or in my home. It's distraction. What? Poor Lisa. She couldn't have anything of her father. Her mother said, nope, you can't have it. I would have been rebellious and said, screw you, Mom. I'm going to put a picture of my dad up by my bed. And you don't want to come to my room? Don't look at my dad. Don't come to my room. Whatever. I mean, how dare she? Poor Lisa. She just didn't have a chance. You know, that's part of it in the timeline. So Lisa's grieving. Priscilla's over it already. She just wants to get the headache away, get her fame going, and get the money coming in. But Lisa wasn't thinking that. Lisa was 9, 10 years old. She's like not thinking that. It wasn't money. It wasn't fame. It was her daddy. She wanted her daddy. She said it in her book. He died, and I had to end up with her. I had to deal with her. And then Priscilla laughs that off, like, no, that's Lisa. That's that's how Lisa was. Yes, bitch, please. That's how Lisa was. Goodness sakes. Took her this long to figure it out. She laughing about it. Mm-mm-mm. Frances says that she was a horrendous mother. Sabette, but she was okay with Elvis's money. Of course. Of course. It's all about money. At this point, until things change or otherwise, that's all it's ever been about. Karen, I wish Lisa Marie was still here to straighten out all the mess going on with her mom and other things. Karen, you and me both. But she isn't. It seems like in the real Elvis world, they're afraid to tell the truth, bring the facts, present the facts, show people the real what's going on. And it seems like it's up to us YouTube channels to do so. And then Joel calls us YouTube channels parasites. What's this? So EPE is afraid to tell the truth. So they call us parasites because we're not afraid to tell the truth. Thing is, we don't have to make that kind of money like they are afraid to lose that kind of money. You see what I'm saying? They want to make that kind of money. Us YouTube channels are never going to make that kind of money. And at this point, I don't really care. But it just seems like that's all it is. At the end of the day, it's all about money. Money, money, money. You know? And them calling us parasites for telling the truth, telling the things that they are afraid to say because they don't want to lose the money. But the thing is, reality, if they were to tell the truth and just lift up Elvis's legacy and forget about all the rest, the politics, they'd still make the money. It would be honest money and not this deceit money. This, dare I say, blood money. And where does all this money go? Well, there's expenses, there's upkeep, there's Joel, there's the executives, then there's a trickle down, but then it goes to these other people. And then it used to go to Scientology. Granted, it might not go to Scientology anymore because, Priscilla said in the last interview she left Scientology, right? But it used to go to Scientology. We knew, but we didn't know, guys. How many times in the 80s and 90s did you guys buy EPE memorabilia, silly stuff like, oh, look at Sugar Shaker, I gotta have that. Oh, look, a little bubble head of Elvis, I gotta have that. How many times, how about this? Oh, look, an Elvis slider, I gotta have that. How many times have we seen stuff in the 80s and 90s that are advertised by EPE, even today, and we're like, oh, we gotta have it. But some of this percentage of this money went to Scientology. And with what we all know with Scientology, and what recently Ron said with Scientology, with child trafficking, and don't we guys know that Priscilla did hire goons in Scientology to kidnap Lisa when she was underage and throw her in the Chateau Monroe and put her in the Scientology Center, Celebrity Center, under guard, lock and key, kidnap, to get her off of street drugs when she did it more there than anywhere else. But anyways, child sex trafficking was happening. And some of the money that we bought this stuff with went to that. That's hard to deal with. There's a lot of Elvis plates behind me. Now, I don't have all the ones given to me through this channel. Those are put up. These are my original ones up here. And I have a lot more. But these, I was a little girl when I started collecting these. These were Bradford Exchange. The biggest thing I thought, and little music boxes too up on the second shelf to go with it. And I would spend my whole allowances, 3 allowances together to buy one plate. I know they're beautiful, but they're worthless now. You know, people think they're so money. They're really not. Go on eBay. Sometimes you can buy one for like $5. They're not as much as you think they would be, like when we were kids buying these or adults buying these back in the day. But these plates right here, I was giving money to EPE through Bradford Exchange, who was giving a percentage of that to the Presleys, who were in Scientology. And I was a devout, good little girl Christian going to Sunday school, Sunday morning, Sunday night, Wednesday night, Bible study on Fridays. We always had revivals during the summers. They made me sing. So I went to church a lot, and my family did too. And we didn't think to ourselves, oh, we're spending our money on a cult. Bad things. But we didn't think that way. We knew Scientologists. We didn't think that way. But think about it now. There's a lot coming out. There's a lot more going to come out in the future. A lot more. I mean, every day somebody is exposing what they have done, what they are doing, what they're continuing to do. And to think, it all started with Priscilla Presley throwing Lisa Marie into Scientology with the influence of John Travolta, her favorite actor back in the day, by the way, to kind of entice the idea. I mean, think of it this way. When I was a child, I loved the movies Rocky, you know, with Sylvester Stallone. He was Rocky, the boxer. He was kind of one of my favorite actors when I was a little girl, him and Tom Selleck. Now, to think, if my mom told me that I could meet Sylvester Stallone when I was 9, 10 years old, and that he was going to tell me about this awesome religion where blah, 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 she had me at Sylvester Stallone. I was a kid. You know, I'm thinking in that mentality here. If she went to her and was like, Jesus Christ is your personal savior, I'm going to take you to a church where your father went to, so maybe you can understand your roots, where your daddy came from, and learn the religion of Christianity. Maybe that might help you feel closer to your dad. I'm telling you. Francis, Lisa Marie losing her daddy so very young and didn't have a real mother or family to be there to comfort and support her. Her life would have been so much better had Elvis lived. Of course, Francis, but he didn't. This is, in a perfect world, yeah, we wouldn't be having these channels talking about any of this because he would still be here. But, yeah, that's deep, man. Dolores, did anyone hear about the supposed tapes Lisa heard her daddy record? It was a bunch of lies. Mm-mm. No, Dolores. I've not heard of that. Rubes, I'm just saying, am I going to have to get my Grey Goose out again like I did last week? I don't know, girl. Drink them if you got them. We're having a good time. Some people like to rock. Some people like to roll. Moving and a grooving, gonna satisfy my soul. Let's have a party. Ooh, let's have a party. Send to the store, let's buy some more. Let's have a party tonight. Lisa, We are here to honor Elvis, not live off of him. Exactly. And whatever us little YouTubers make off of YouTube is nothing like what EPE makes. Nothing. That's why I keep my day job. I barely make anything on here. It's not about that. It's about talking to you guys and getting the truth out there and being an advocate for Elvis's legacy. That's what it's about, guys. Catherine, I believe if Ben hadn't passed away, Lisa Marie would have still been here, in my opinion. Yeah, I see that. But we don't know what Ben was going through. We don't know the mindset he was in, and we don't know um, if anything could have happened to prevent it. We don't know that part of the equation. Um, we do know how he did it. We do know where he did it, but we don't know why. Not really. And maybe Lisa was asking herself the same thing, or maybe she knew. But things like that was private between the family, guys. I mean, we don't know. We don't know. And guys, thank you for being in here and watching it. We have 125. Oh my gosh, thank you guys. TB, if Lisa was using drugs when she signed the contract selling away her EP ownership, the contract was not a valid contract, basic contract law. We don't know. That could have been used, right? But she's gone now, so nothing can be done about it, whether she was or wasn't. It was still signed. We do know this, that Marco Garibaldi Garcia, Provolone's dad, that just like jumped off the face of the earth, he did testify in the case with Spiegel and Lisa and blah, 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 that he did witness that that Priscilla and Spiegel was going to, take Lisa to town and take some of the money away from her. I mean, he did say that. So, I mean, he knew. We do know Navarrone's not talking to Daddy. We kind of have an idea why. Catherine, Elvis's money is sprinkling everyone's pockets and purses. His money is like snowflakes. Pieces over here, pieces over there. Oh, girl. Absolutely. Absolutely. It is a money horse. It is a money horse. Elvis was the GOAT when it came to music, so of course it's a money horse. Money, honey. Mm-hmm. You got money, honey. Everything Elvis touched or touches even today is gold. And everything Priscilla's ever touched ruins, turns to tarnish. I mean, it's happened ever since the beginning. She claims that she's this. It's so funny. Priscilla Presley claims that she's this smart businesswoman, right, guys? She's so smart. I'm so smart. But what's so funny is even Michael Landon, you guys remember him, right? Little House on the Prairie, Bonanza, Highway to Heaven. Michael Landon stated when he did a movie with her that she wasn't the brightest bulb in the room. She wasn't the smartest person in the room. Now, if Michael Landon is going to say that about you, then you probably ain't too smart. Yeah, I'm doing the accent because I'm thinking about Little House on the Prairie and they're being very, simple and stuff and know the people I grew up with. But I'm telling you guys, come on. If Michael Landon is saying that you're not too smart, maybe you're not. He was in Hollywood for a very long time. Oh, man. Okay, I'm going to read some more comments before I get off again. Rubes, you are so pretty, Shauna. You make me laugh. Mwah! I love you, Rubes. Bless you. Thank you. I actually had to make the effort tonight. I did. I didn't wear much makeup to work today. And I got off work about 3:30, and I picked up my kid, and I got groceries for the weekend because it's a 3-day weekend. And I got home, and I took about a 20-minute nap, got up, made dinner, cleaned the kitchen, and decided I'm going to curl my hair tonight. I'm going to put some more makeup on. I'm going to put some eyeshadow on. I'm going to look as pretty as it can be because I'm going to feel good. And I hope you guys feel good too. But I'm going to tell you, I made a little effort, Rubes. This ain't natural. It's not Maybelline either. Karen, street drugs? But it was okay for Priscilla to snort cocaine? Lisa mentioned that in her book. Oh, yes, Karen. It wasn't just cocaine. It was heroin as well, wasn't it, later on down the road? Oh, and her son is a drug addict too. You know, it runs in the family. It's generational trauma, right? I think it trickles down with Priscilla. No, 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 no. Let's not blame Priscilla for it all. Let's go a little bit up a little bit. Okay. Yeah, it's her fault now. But her generational trauma started with her mom and her mom's mom. And then trickled down. According to Lisa, and some of what Priscilla has said in the past, uh, her mom wanted to hide a lot of things. Like Priscilla found out that she was adopted by her dad because her biological father died um, in the World War II, and that her mom married, and she was already a year old or something, and then he adopted her and gave her the name. She had Wagner, and he adopted her when he married her mother and changed it to Beaulieu. Now it states, and she states herself, when she found out at 13, this was like what, a year before she met Elvis, she found out that her real father isn't her father, it's someone else. And she found the story that her mother would sneak out of the house in high heels to go to this Air Force base to be with this guy that was so much older than her. She got pregnant. He went off to war. He died. She had the baby. The family met the baby, but then when he died, she remarried, and then that whole family was forgotten, and now it's for you, and that you're not allowed to talk about it. She even said, Priscilla, I know your father isn't your father, but the one that you have now raised you and loved you. I do not want you to mention to your father now that you know about your real father. So basically, she was teaching Priscilla how to lie. Whew. How to lie to your dad who is raising you now that you don't even know that he's not your real dad. So she's teaching her at a young age to lie. So the generational trauma starts either with Anne Beaulieu or even Anne's mother. We don't know what the grandma to Priscilla was like. Mm-mm-mm. Crazy, right? Skato says that they would also believe that Lisa was the last one also. Holly says that she believes they compared Ben to Elvis. It was a lot of pressure, Holly. I mean, when people say that you are your grandfather or you are maybe the like reincarnation, I saw some of the newspaper clippings and magazine posts, like the reincarnation of his grandfather. He's the spitting image of his grandfather. That's a big expectation. I don't think that's why he took his life. It is not us to know what it is. Whatever it was personal, and it was right here for him. It was his demons, it was his battles, it was what he had to deal with. I don't know why he took his life. I have heard rumors of why he might have took his life, but I'm not here to say that. I'm not that kind of a channel just to throw things out there for content. That's not true. But I've heard things, but that doesn't make it so. I don't know at this point what's true, but I do know this. He had a heavy burden on his shoulders, or he probably wouldn't have done it to begin with. It had to have been something that he was fighting, you know? I don't know what it was. I don't N-E-Q I can't pronounce you N. I'm just gonna call you N. Don't give up on granddaughter Riley, probably just grieving mom and brother. I'm not giving up on her. It's just she doesn't have a direct link to Elvis. She never knew him. I'm not talking about the direct blood link. I'm not talking about blood link. I'm talking about a link that only someone so close to him and loved him so dearly would have. You see what I'm saying? I'm not talking about a blood relation link. We know that he has blood relations still walking on this earth. That's not what I mean by the last link to Elvis Presley. What I mean is, it's not always about blood. It's also about the person that's so close to him, as close to him as his mother could be. See what I'm saying? We know we have some still here that have a direct blood link to him, or bloodline, as some others would say. But what I mean is the closeness, the direct closeness that loved him so dearly. I mean, to the point where only a daughter could love a father that closely like she did. Melinda, does anyone know if Provolone was at the house when Ben died? I know it was a party and he was there. I don't know. I have no idea, Melinda. I don't know. I don't. That would be interesting. I would like to know how close Provolone was to Ben. I heard it wasn't very close at all. I heard there was a rift. But then again, hearing what everyone's saying, and with the court case and everything against Navarone, I mean, it states that Navarone wanted to be he wanted to be the Presley musician on the block. Let's just say that. He didn't want Ben to cross over and actually be a real musician. And I wish Ben could have had that. He was on a record contract, guys, but he died. And if you go on YouTube, you can find a couple of songs that you can hear him sing. I think he would have been bigger than Provolone. I think he would have been bigger than them guns, whatever Provolone's group is called. He had potential. He had potential. Mona, everyone kept comparing Ben to Elvis, and that's a terrible shadow for him to walk in. Be compared to. Ben was never allowed to have his own identity because everyone kept comparing to Elvis. I mean, yeah, it is some shoes to fill, girl. I can't deny that. And Lisa felt that too, guys. When she first came out and she first started her career in singing, it was the same thing said about her. She had some big shoes to fill. Everybody knew Elvis, but they're like, his daughter? Everybody thought that she was going to be a certain way, and she did her own thing, guys. She did her own thing. She did it her own way, and she sounded completely different. Let's see. Holly, I do know he had a contract when he was 19, I believe. I also heard he had a great voice. Maybe between that and Lisa getting screwed every time she turned around. Yeah. Trail and Cobby. Prissy needed help writing. 100,000 because she didn't know how many zeros or where to put the. You mean a million? Oh man, that's funny. Genealogy. I hope you're doing good, Shauna. You guys always make me laugh. Good. If I didn't make anybody laugh, y'all wouldn't be here, and you'd be bored and out the door, and so would I. I can't deal with quiet, boring. I'm animated. I say how I feel, and I feel what I say. I walk my walk, and I talk my talk. I do me, you do you, boo. That's it. That's how we go. This is 2026, guys. It's a new year. I'm gonna have fun this year. It's not gonna be like before. I'm gonna toot my own horn, pat my own back, and I'm gonna have fun doing it. Holly, did anyone hear they bought the hardware store? I'm so happy Memphis bought it. I am too. They were gonna close their doors until finally stepped up and took care of business. I'm glad. Yep, I heard that too. Rosalind, hi Shauna. Sorry I'm late. Hey, it's better late than never, Rose. Prissy is the biggest parasite of them all. Not far behind is Lockwood and Stanley. Not far behind is Lockwood and Stanley. I agree. I agree. Rubes, who bought the hardware store? Well, according to the sources, it's Memphis. It's going to be like a historical, like pilgrimage type thing. Trelacobe, my bet is Prissy had more than a coke habit. How could Michael Edwards be honest from the bedroom so long? Trying Jimmy to lock on Lisa's room without her noticing he was gone. Passed out? I have no idea. Where was she during all this stuff? I mean, Michael Edwards said to himself he used to visit Lisa's room. Where was Priscilla? She's just incoherent? What? I mean, Michael Edwards said that their first date, she gives him a bag of Coke and said, hey, let's have fun. I mean, she's such a hypocrite. This is Hollywood for you. It's smoke and mirrors, right? People are going to lie to you. They're going to lie to you to make a narrative so you guys will spend more money. Because if they told you the truth, you wouldn't be spending that money. And I know for a fact most of you wouldn't. Molly, I don't think Ben looks like Elvis. They favor, but spitting image, I don't know about that. I always felt that too. It's like they put so much pressure on him, but if you put photos side by side, it's not much of a spitting image. Yes, there's similarities. Oh yes, but there's Lisa, and there's it. I'm telling you. I mean, he had the Elvis. I'll put it this way. He had the Elvis eye set. He had the Elvis stare, just like Lisa had the Elvis stare, right? But it just wasn't fair to put that on Ben. It just wasn't fair. And I heard that Provolone said it would be okay later on down the road because his mother, and he could do it if he wanted to, but he could be a Presley too. Oh wow, let's all be Presleys. Dadgummit, I want to be a Presley. Let's all do it. Let's all change our name to Presley. Hell, maybe we all can be buried in the damn back lawn too. Why not? Why not? And you're right, Rubes. Prissy Pants' parents also lived off of Elvis Presley's money. That's how it all started to begin with. Read Child Bride, you'll figure it out. Trell Kobe. We're on the same page, Shauna. Related is not like someone who had a relationship with. Exactly. I'm distant, faraway cousins to Robert E. Lee. But do I have the same ideology as my great whatever? Heck to the no. We all know how that went. I know what happened between the North and South. You don't have to give me a history lesson. But just because we're blood relation, blah, 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 removed or whatever, doesn't make, you know, my closeness to him, it doesn't mean I'm close to him. What I'm telling you is you're closer to your daddy than you are anyone else. And I love some of Elvis's relatives that walk on this earth. I know them. I speak to them. But Lisa was so close to her daddy. It's to the point where I love my daddy so much that I know for a fact I'm a direct link to my father for him. You know what I'm saying? My daddy. But the blood runs, guys. But it's blood. Because I'll tell you right up. Adopted by my daddy when I was 3 years old because my real father didn't want me. Blood ain't always thicker than water, but sometimes it is. But I just know the love between a daughter and a dad. And I know how Lisa felt about her dad and how her dad felt about her. He would spend time in her room. She said that he would be in her room and even put television and stuff in a chair for himself so she could just go to bed, and he would go in her room and watch TV and just watch her sleep for hours. You can't tell me there ain't anybody closer to Elvis than that. You know? Velvet said that them guns ain't loaded. Pew-pew! Girl, I've heard some of their songs. It isn't that good. Could you guys give me 60 seconds? Just 60 seconds, guys. I'll be back. I have 154 watching. Don't leave me, guys. Give me about 60 seconds. I'll be right back. All right? Hold that thought. Hold that thought now. I'll be right back. Sorry about that, guys. My kid is going to bed and he was making a ruckus. I know you didn't hear him because I have like noise counseling webcam, but he wanted me to give him a kiss goodnight and get him to bed. Oh, sorry. I lost maybe 20 people, but I'm still at 132. Dadgummit. All right, let's do this. Hey, Diana. Holly, I believe he had to deal with a lot. Ben, no one will know. Only Ben does. But there was probably a lot he was going through. I can't wait till the court case is over. Me neither. And things keep coming out. You know, there are things that will be shared with us, and then there are things that will be withheld from us and put in the court case and shared with us later. And I do know that for a fact. Holly says that the twins have great voices also. I'm glad, but they're yet to be seen in that regard because they're minors, they're children, they're not out there yet. Let's see what happens after they turn 18. Let's see if there'll be an advocate for their grandfather. or an advocate for the Nona. You know, it's yet to be seen. Do they care for the one that was in their life, or do they care for the one that they've never even met? It's yet to be seen. They're minors. They have a lot of time. We'll have to see with that. But Riley has had, how do I say this? Opportunities. And yes, we've gotten some things out of her. We got Christmas at Graceland. Yes. We got the Vogue magazine exclusive where she's posing in different ways around Graceland for Vogue. But when she does personal interviews, she says things like she kind of felt kind of animosity towards Elvis in a way because of the sadness that it gave her mom. That has been said. So, and then we have Riley promoting her mom's book where it says things about Priscilla, and you have Priscilla coming on stage in Memphis when we've already read the book. That was not a very good PR move, especially bringing her on stage with Nicole Richie, who was goddaughter to none other than Michael Jackson, and we all know how Priscilla feels and has said things, especially on that stage, about Michael Jackson. So she wasn't very smart when it came to that. In says we Aussies don't muck around. Elvis wasn't as huge here. Of course he is. I have a lot of Australia friends who love Elvis, who are in this chat actually, and who are my friends on Facebook. Elvis is big in Australia, and good day, mate. Good day. Thank you for Down Under. I appreciate you being on the chat. Lisa says, and she did it very well. Of course she did. Catherine, EP was pressured by her father and Parker. He had no plans to marry her. She was 21 and already around the way girl. He knew she wasn't marriage material. However, his career was on the line. Only because they threatened it in a way. I don't even know if they could have done the Mann Act on her. I don't know how they threatened him, but to me it was a whole debacle. To me it was a sham. He didn't want to do it. He even said it to Red West himself. Was it on that private phone call? You know, it was hurried. It was done quickly. If they were really the love of each other's lives, you wouldn't think that Elvis would have said something like that to Red West during a private phone conversation. So that's all I'm saying. Let me see. Rube said there's 144 in chat. Thank you guys for sticking with me. If you guys weren't here, I wouldn't be here. Diane, did you know that Benjamin Keogh and Kelly Preston both died July 12th, 2020? Oh, Diane, it just keeps getting weirder and weirder. I can't keep up. It is, that is a coincidence. And Catherine also agrees that that's strange. Yep, it's crazy. It's crazy. It's a loco. Susan says, OMG, I needed a good laugh tonight. Let's all be Presley's. That was priceless, Shauna. Well, I mean, for $550, I can go down to the courthouse right now and be Shauna Presley. You think I can do it? How many people do you think it would piss off? can be a Presley, provolone, Navarone, Dorket. He ain't too bright, is he? Kelsey, I've seen it mentioned People's article from 2023 about the evil Ice Queen and Riley fighting over the trust, but towards the end of the article, it's mentioned that Lisa wanted to buy back for her kids. I'm sure she felt like she was swindled. Lisa felt like she was pressured into selling 85%, and she did. So if that's what she was planning on doing, kudos to her. It would have been hard, though. She would have had to have a lot of money to do so, Kelsey. I wonder how she would have acquired it. You know, I would have been for her if she did. She needed to have more percentage than she ended up with. But it was Priscilla and Spiegel that, kind of pressured her into it. And that's another thing we've been talking about. Another part of the timeline. Oh, Lisa, you have too much percentage of EPE. Let's sell it. We could get American Idol involved, and we can do all kinds of things. Gosh. I bet Lisa wished she had never listened to her mother. Tina, let's have a party. My grandson loves dancing to the song with me. Good deal, Tina. My son likes dancing with me too. I love that part. It's fun. Soak it in. Soak it in. Catherine, one of the twins have Grandma Gladys's eyes. The one that looks more like Lisa. Yeah? Yeah? I know. Yep. Elvis, Susan, so glad you're here. And Catherine says the twins, Ben and Lisa, all had sadness in their eyes like Gladys did, but not when smiling. They all share DNA, Catherine. I mean, there are similarities in all of them. And I will even admit you can see some Priscilla too. I think she's evil. I tell you, she's evil. But she's a part of the family and the blood or whatever. But I don't care about what she did. I don't care about the lies, but I do. I care about what she has said. I care about her lies. I care about what she did. I care about how she did it. I care about how her parents spun it. I care about the fraud that's been out there all these years with her. That's why we keep doing this. In fact, I christened her Prissy Pants because that's just how I think she perceives herself to me. But she lies. But they also have her looks as well. It doesn't make it bad at all. I mean, once upon a time, I think in the outer area, she was a beautiful lady, but on the inside, I don't think she ever was. But, that's just my personal opinion. You could be beautiful on the outside, so beautiful. You could be so gorgeous, you could just turn everyone's head. But on the inside, you can be as cold as ice. You can be as hateful as can be. You can be just the coldest person to humanity as possible. But on the outside, you can be beautiful. But on the inside, you can be the most horrible person that can ever happen. Like, Cruella de Vil, Cruella de Vil. But we'll change it. Priscilla Presley. Priscilla Presley, she's the evilest woman that you ever did see. Susan, I was listening and making dinner, but that comment just made me want to come on and join the fun. Good, Susan. I'm glad you're here. CC Cat, you're not late. It's better late than never, girl. Better late than never, I've always said. And yes, guys, if you like what you see, please push the thumbs up button. It helps the algorithm, helps this channel. If you guys also like what you see and you haven't became a subscriber to my channel, then, thumbs up, subscribe, join the party. Let's have some fun. Give me a little shout out now and then, you guys. We're all in this for the love of Elvis. I am an advocate for Elvis legacy. That's how I will label myself from now on. We advocate for what's true and what's right for Elvis and his legacy. That's it. That's why we're here. Connie said that there's no sound. Girl, does anybody else hear me? Can you guys see me and hear me okay? Connie said she can't hear me. Can you hear me? Can you hear me calling? Can you hear me calling? Can you hear me calling you? Catherine. Susan, what are you cooking this late? It's 10:34 p.m. here, unless our time is different. It could be different, Susan. It might be 10:46 for me here, but it's probably earlier for some people. I have Central people, I have Australian people watching me. We have people from England watching. There's actually a few people from Russia watching. Oh, yes. Oh, Russia. Crazy, right? But, yep. I was looking at the analytics for the channel, and there's some people from Russia that watch. So that's kind of cool. I mean, I knew other countries watched, but I didn't think as far away as Russia. I was thinking, who in their right mind in Russia? But you know what? Elvis is known throughout the world. That's right. He's the only one in the celebrity business that you could just say his first name and everybody would know who you're talking about. Think about that. Susan, that's so sweet, Shauna. Soon your son will be older and won't want to kiss goodnight. Cherish it now. I do. I just realized he was going to bed and he gave me a text telling me he loved me and he wanted me to go give him a kiss. So I said, I have to go, guys. I gotta go give him a kiss. Oh, Susan, to answer Catherine's question, she says it's 8:35 her time there, and she's making pasta and salad. She's basically Olive Garden at this point. And Ruth said family always comes first. Don't be sorry. Susan, I get confused when people say Riley is mad at Elvis for what happened to Lisa. Shouldn't she be mad at Priscilla? It's a matter of perspective. It's a matter of who tells you what. At this point, I don't think Riley has done her homework on her grandfather as much as we have done our homework on him. Think of it this way. And I am putting her down. I'm just going to give you guys an example here. Okay. So Riley has her first child through surrogate, and she finally comes out with a post that this child is named Tupelo, and that most people wouldn't know this, but Tupelo is where her grandfather was born. And I thought to myself, now, why wouldn't an Elvis fan know Tupelo is the place her grandfather was born? So my impression from that post in general made me think that she is indifferent to our way and our studying and our Elvis history and how we study the man. She obviously doesn't know how far our knowledge of grandfather is, which is very strange. Because with anything in this world that anyone is obsessed with, you would think you would get to it hook, line, and sinker, right? Like if you love someone so much to the point where obsession, like all the stuff behind me, that you would know where you could like read them like the back of your hand or close to it. So it kind of surprised me when she did post that. Oh, I'm naming my kid. I mean, this ain't word for word. My gosh. It's just the context. It was like, oh, I'm gonna name my baby Tupelo, and most people don't know this, but my grandfather was from, born in Tupelo. I don't know, but it's like, of course we would know this. Of course we would know this. So that's one thing that got me with that, of her not knowing her grandfather's history as much as we do. If it were me and I was the grandchild to Elvis Presley or any relation to Elvis Presley, I would want to know my Elvis facts. Wouldn't you guys? Even if you're twice removed like she is, even if you're 3 or 4 times removed, if you're going to put yourself out there that you're a relative of Elvis or a relation to Elvis, you better know your facts, because there are people like me in this world that know our Elvis facts. So if you are a relation to him, claiming to be related to him, and putting yourself out there as being a relation to Elvis, I would think you would want to know your facts. And I definitely would hate to ever, if I was in that position, to not know my facts and pretend that I'm just doing this for money. Not saying she is. It's yet to be seen. It's so iffy when it comes to Riley. I mean, I wasn't very happy when she let her Nona come on stage at Memphis. I've been upset since then. Granted, I'm trying to get over it a little bit every day. But you know, I I was kind of like, after reading Lisa's book, in my head, how could she even let her Nona have stage space after knowing that Priscilla knew about the sexual abuse Mike Edwards was supposedly, but whatever, even he wrote about it, was doing to Lisa Marie. So, and as a, put myself out there again, as a child sexual abuse survivor myself, because that part of the book really triggered me, because I went through that myself. I would be not wanting to let my Nona come on stage, knowing that my Nona had something to do with it, or not doing anything about it. So, you know, I I'm just saying, that part of the book really triggered me. But I've lived through it. I know some of you guys have too. And those that haven't should know that you never forget. It lives with you, constant. Susan, I get confused where people say Riley. Oh, I'm sorry, I read you already. Holly, I hope the twins will be at Elvis's birthday next year. They will be 18. I hope they show up for it. It was sad that no one was there except Schilling. Let me tell you guys something. This year, my opinion, again, I don't care who gets mad at me. I mean, there's other people and channels and whatever that have different opinions. I understand that. We live in a world where everyone is entitled to their own beliefs and opinions. But my opinion is this, okay? I think it was a very boring birthday this year. It was pretty boring. There was it was just pretty mediocre and boring. Granted, the cake was beautiful. It always is. I mean, it was the uh, theme of the epic movie coming out. But to me, it was boring. It was boring. It didn't have any of that oomph that an Elvis birthday celebration should have. It was quite boring, really. But you know, it would be nice if the family does step up for the 50th birthday next year because it's not 50th birthday; it's the 50th since he passed. It'd be nice. I don't think, um, which you talked about Elvis's birthday next year. I don't know who's going to what. I do know that it was mentioned one time that Riley and Priscilla both might be at the celebration, his birthday celebration next year. But I don't know. I don't know. I also heard that they could also be at his anniversary of his death celebration too. But if you Google that, it doesn't say anything. It says it's speculation. If you Google who's going to be at the birthday next year as well as the celebration of his death, it says it's all speculation. It only posts one YouTube channel underneath that said something, and nobody else is saying anything. So I don't know. I can't say yay or nay who's going to what, but I will say this year, his birthday celebration, it was boring. It's quite boring. It really was. So I'm hoping next year might not, but maybe the 50th anniversary, it'll have more a celebration than what I felt at his birthday celebration this year because it was quite boring. I didn't like it, not one bit. Rubes, do they care for the one that has given them the lifestyle they have? Girlfriend, that's what I keep asking myself every day, Rubes. It's like, so Joel calls us parasites, yet Joel calls us parasites living off of dead Elvis, yet what in the heck is he doing? He's got a lifestyle and he's living all high and mighty, right? And it's from the backbone and the money of us Elvis fans that makes him live that way. Granted, yeah, he was a millionaire before he started this, like Elon Musk before he bought Twitter, right? But um, we butter his bread, don't we? Don't you think he needs to give us some respect? We butter that bread. We butter his bread. I think we deserve about as much as respect as he thinks he deserves from us. Again, personal opinion. And as I said, this is not one of those Elvis channels where they think they're going to be invited to Graceland for a VIP anytime soon. I don't care. I love Elvis. I'll pay a ticket to go. I know they ain't ever going to invite me because I tell the full truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. And I also say the good and the bad and the ugly. They don't like showing the bad and the ugly. They like showing smoke and mirrors to us. They like giving us lies. They like shoveling stuff that ain't true down our throats and say, accept it, or don't come. I'm at this point in my life where I love Elvis. You know that. But I'm not going to bow down to any of this crap. This is my channel. I'll do and say what I want, and I do it with a level of integrity that's for me. I don't care what EPE might think of me after this. What I do care about is how they gaslight each and every one of us to believe a stupid narrative. Oh, Frederick Smith says, I heard that Riley will be there at the 50th. I suspect the twins also. Yes. I don't know. Suspecting and it happening is one thing. I mean, if they were smart, they all would go, right? I mean, and it's, the 50th, right? But in respect, I don't know. I don't know. I do know this, guys, that when I say something. But when something doesn't come out of my mouth, I do not appreciate someone going to some other place and telling them that I say something that I didn't say. I'm just going to throw it out there. I know some of y'all don't know what I'm talking about, but the person that I'm referring to should know who I'm talking about and to. When I didn't say something, I don't appreciate someone going to someone else and saying I say something so they can make content saying I say something that I didn't. So I'm throwing it out there. Just saying. Just saying. Susan, if Priscilla is invited to the 27th after her movie and now the book, that would be a travesty. Of course. And welcome, Jan. Thank you for coming. CC Cat, I wish they would all go. It would be great. I really wish. It's like, hey, don't go away mad. Just go away. It's like, just go. Just skedaddle. Just get out of my general vicinity. I suspect Riley will be at the Hollywood Epic premiere February 18th. I don't know. I'll see it when I'll believe it when I see it. I'll believe it when I see it. I mean, I saw them all at the premiere to the Elvis movie, the first one. But I'll believe it when I see it with this one. We'll see. We'll see. You know, it's been a ghost town when it comes to that, unless it's money making for them. Music World Wonder. Lisa Marie was the highlight, and she's gone. Yep. I mean, that's just my belief too, girl. I know. Catherine, Riley even knew that Pizza Prissy Pants didn't even want her mother. How could she still want to even be involved with Prissy? Catherine, I don't know. Some people explain it as it's the bloodline. You gotta love your blood whether they crap on you or not. You gotta accept it. Whether they hurt you or not, you gotta accept it. It's blood. Blood is thicker than water. If blood runs you down, it's okay. Just get up and let them run you down again. But in my personal opinion, I've disowned people I've loved before. I'll disown people I love again. I don't care who you are. You run me over once, shame on you. You run me over twice, I'm gone. You know, I don't get it. I don't get it. I keep thinking to myself, okay. So it's okay if a mother can do this to a daughter. All right. So it's okay if a mother can do this to a daughter and a granddaughter. Okay. But in my world, in my personal world, my family has disowned other family members. We don't talk about certain family members. Kind of like that movie, We Don't Talk About Bruno. That Disney movie. We don't talk about Bruno. Well, there's a few family members in my family we don't talk about. We don't invite them to Thanksgiving dinner. We don't invite them to Christmas dinner. We don't talk about them. When we die, we don't invite them to our funerals. And this is in my personal family. So in my point of view, it's like, well, why not? Someone does something horrible to you, you're going to accept them to Thanksgiving dinner? Okay. So if someone sexually abuses you in your family, are you going to invite them to Christmas dinner? If someone is an accomplice to your sexual abuse, are you going to invite them to Thanksgiving dinner? My personal family and my personal life, hell to the no. You are the only people that help get rid of generational trauma. Riley said it herself. They're ridden with this trauma, with this generational trauma. So I'm thinking to myself, well, then if she knows about generational trauma, then she would also know about closing the door on people that keep enabling the trauma. But it's not happening. If it's not happening, I'm not seeing it. I don't know. Are you guys seeing it? If you guys are seeing it, let me know, because in my personal opinion, with all the photo ops, the loving fake family photos and all this stuff, they're not showing what, in my personal world and personal world of friends that I know, people can just close the door on people that hurt you all the time, even family. I don't care who you are. You touch me, my family, my child, my bubble in that way, bye. And I won't blink twice. I will not blink twice. The people that hurt you like that should not be invited to Thanksgiving dinner. Mm-mm. I don't think so. But this is just my personal opinion, folks. I mean, y'all might have your own personal opinion, but that's my personal opinion, okay? Just saying, this is for entertainment purposes only. But I don't think that way. I have cut family members out. I have cut friends out, close friends, as family members. My family has cut people out. Like I said, when things like that happen, especially sexual abuse, I don't think you should be inviting them to Thanksgiving dinner. Not anytime soon, that is. Let's see here. Rubes, do you think the twins realize their grandfather is the reason they have the lifestyle that they have? You would think that they would know that, Rubes, and if they didn't, I wouldn't know how they wouldn't. I mean, really? I don't I don't know. You would hope that they would know the reason why they are where they are is because of Elvis Presley, who is their grandfather. But that is a question, girl. Susie said, when were the fans called parasites? Susie, the fans weren't called parasites. Susie Q, the fans weren't called parasites. He called Elvis YouTube channels like mine parasites. Just saying. Susan, good point at Ruby. Catgirl Blue, what makes you think she doesn't tell them anything about EP? I don't know. And that's at Catherine anyway. NJ, if not for Elvis, they should do it for Lisa. There's a lot of things that should be done for Lisa, but will it ever be done? I don't know. I don't know. Tina, does anyone think Prissy will try and go for the 50th with the girls? Girl, she'll try every opportunity ever to be relevant. It don't matter. It don't matter. I think Riley does know where her money is coming from with that. I mean, most of her money is coming from acting and producing and what she does. But she should know where that EPE money is coming from. I mean, the 15% that she does pocket, I'm sure she knows where it comes from, Rubes. And if she didn't, oh my gosh. But you would think she would know. Holly, that's not right, Shauna. I'm sorry the drama is still going on. It's a new year in the Elvis world. Keep your chin up. We love you. I love you too, Holly. I love all y'all. You know, it's a new year. We're gonna have some fun around here. I feel much better now than I did last year, and we're just gonna have a good year. We're just gonna have a good year. Let's see. CC Cat. Joel was speaking of people living off EPE, not fans. Exactly, CC Cat. Rubes, this is why I love you. Ruby says, bloodline my ass. Girl. Telling you. You know, yes, blood is blood, but there is a fine line on blood and how close you actually were to the individual. And I think Lisa was as close to Elvis as she possibly could get. You know, a daughter's love for her daddy, and we all know how much she devoted herself, and he devoted himself onto her. I think Lisa loved Elvis with the same amount of love and emotion as Gladys gave to Elvis. That's just my personal opinion again, y'all. Just my personal opinion, okay? I know there were other family members and individuals in Elvis's life, but in my opinion, the line is this. This is my opinion. Elvis, Gladys, Lisa. Don't kill me there. Granted, there were other family members and they loved him and he loved them. But as close to his mama was to him, the second best was Lisa. And when Lisa passed, that to me was the direct line of what we know to Elvis. There are other family members, of course, and there are other family members that have YouTube channels about Elvis. Yes, I love some of them too. Some. But the direct line was Lisa to me. And when she gone, the closeness is gone. Have you guys noticed since Lisa passed away, it hasn't been the same since? You guys, I felt that. I know you guys have felt it too, right? Because when Lisa died, I felt like it's not just the direct descent, but when she died, the closeness, the personal feeling to EPE and Graceland went along with her. That's also my personal opinion. Diana says that Lisa was the only one who cared about Elvis. The rest disappear in silence. I miss Lisa. I miss her too. Lisa Poole says that she thinks that Riley is playing the long game. Well, I hope so, Lisa. I've heard other people say the same thing, and I was saying the same thing there too for a while there. But I hope she hurries up and steps up. Everybody else is turning against Priscilla. Don't you think it's time now for Riley to say something eventually? I mean, what is it going to take for Riley to finally say anything? Or is it going to take Riley to finally let Lisa? Will it take finally for Riley to put Priscilla in the ground behind Graceland with everybody else? What would you guys do when that day happens? Let me know. I mean, let's just say hypothetical. She being indifferent and feeling the different way about her grandfather because she never met him. She never really knew him. And all she knew about her grandfather really is that his death made her mother very sad. What would you guys do if Prissy Pants finally gets her way when she dies and Riley lets her get buried there? And does the necessary paperwork with the zoning commission and all that stuff and blah, 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 whatever it needs to be done. What would you guys do then? I mean, think about it. I'm where I'm at, and other people are where I'm at. There's some of y'all that are at, well, she loves her grandfather, it's yet to be seen. And then there's other people that are just more like, she's the bloodline. It don't matter what she does. She can just say her grandfather was this, and we'll just take it because she's Elvis's blood. Blood's thicker than water. It don't matter. She's going to say what she wants. Blood is blood. What would you guys do if Priscilla's buried at Graceland? Per Riley. What will you guys do then? Let me know. Because I really, really, really want to know. What would you guys do? I mean, will you say stuff? Is it going to be complete differently than what you guys are saying now? Because I know for one thing, it's not going to be any different than what I'm saying right now for me. Because I've been saying this for a few years now. I believe that when Lisa Marie died, the direct link to Elvis died with her. I don't mean the blood relation. I mean the direct link of love and respect and honor and integrity to Elvis Presley died with Lisa. Where do you have this with the others? If you have proof, let me know, because I haven't seen it yet. Granted, the twins are minors, and it's yet to be unseen what they could do in the future. They could be the best ever. We don't know. They're innocent. They don't count. But with Riley, what has she shown us so far? Granted, she's been through a lot too. She lost her mom. She had to write a book and help that go out. But she also has to see and hear everything going on about her Nona. You can't tell me that she hasn't took a side yet. Which side is it? I don't know. I'm not her. She's silent. She won't post anything. She won't say anything. The only thing that comes out are text messages between her and Brigitte, or her and her Nona, or her and someone else. I'm mostly confused. And I hope that the narrative changes. I hope that she finally sees the light and accepts Elvis the way he was, her legacy, learn Elvis history, maybe kind of reach out and get to know us Elvis fans, like her mother, Lisa would. But so far I don't see it. I don't feel it. I want to see it. I want to feel it, but I can't tell you I see it and feel it, folks, when I don't. Because I don't. I really don't. Diana says, who the hell wants the ex-wife there? Not too many people, Diana. Velvis says, I don't let family or anyone crap on me anymore. Exactly, Velvis. It ain't like we have a welcome sign for everybody. We're at this age where, yeah, welcome for y'all, but if you do something to us, that welcome sign be took away immediately. I am not a welcome mat. Not anymore. Not like I used to. The older we get, the more wiser we get. We don't play around and mess around with nobody. You take care of your business, I'll tend to mine. Clean up your own backyard. Elvis, I know. I feel how you do. Music world wonder. I said that about Lisa as a person who was never directly and physically in Memphis. I have based that on videos and media coverage, just her being there, cause. And Lisa had a lot to do with Memphis. Doesn't Jerry Schilling call Lisa Memphis? She was born there. She wanted to help Memphis as much as possible, but it kind of backfired towards the end, didn't it, folks? Didn't it? CC Cat. She can't still believe that Lisa's been gone. It's just way too soon and unnecessary. Tina, I don't want Prissy there, but I wonder if Prissy will try to get into Graceland on the 50th with the girls. She tries to stay relevant. She tries to stay relevant. That's if she's still living, folks. I mean, she's getting up there in age. We don't know what next year will bring. We don't know if we'll be here next year. The good Lord takes us when it's our time. You know, we don't know what the future will bring. I will say this. I need to see somebody step up in EPE world. Because if they don't step up, I ain't gonna be buying anything else. Granted, I can't wait to go see Epic. It is our guy. I don't care if Prissy is on it or not. I'm still seeing him because it's our guy and footage we have never seen before. But, I have heard people say they were going to boycott it because Prissy will be in it for even a minute or a second or whatever. It's like, I don't care. This is our guy. We've been waiting for this for over 40 years. I'm not letting Prissy Pants ruin it for everybody. That's what she does. She ruins it for everybody. So I'm going. I paid my ticket. I'm going to be there. And I hope you guys do too. We need to promote Epic as much as possible because it's our guy. I don't care if Priscilla's in it or not. She ain't going to ruin it for Elvis. She's ruined everybody else and everything else. But she ain't going to ruin Elvis. Not our guy. Not Epic. Not any of that. I ain't going to let her. Catherine, I've been trying to send a super chat to unblock my card. Oh, Catherine! It don't matter if you do or don't, sweetheart. It don't matter if you do or don't. Marie, hi. I think I don't dwell on the past. There's a lot of people that don't dwell on the past. It's a smart thing to do. It's a smart thing to do. Those that dwell on the past, they don't get to live. They're dwelling on the past so much they don't get to go forward because guess what? They're in the past. You can forgive people all you want and twice on Sunday, but you guys got to understand that forgiveness goes both ways. You can forgive others, but that don't mean others is going to forgive you. You have to move on. You have to move on into the present, forward. Past don't dwelling on the past ain't a good thing. But we all historians do dwell on past things. That is true. And we do dwell on Elvis's past an awful lot. But it does matter to a degree, guys, because accuracy and facts count. Inaccuracies, faking stuff, frauding stuff, and saying stuff just to say things to make yourself more important don't count. Diana says that she agrees with me. Thank you, Diana. CC Cat, I would prefer her not, but it's EPE's call and a family call. Actually, that is absolutely true. It's EPE's call, family call, zoning commission call, but I'm just saying at the end of the day, how will you all feel when Priscilla is finally buried and at rest? Close to her ex-husband. Rubes, where's all the giving Elvis all the time? I don't know. There ain't no giving anymore. Elvis is gone. Lisa is gone. Do you think Priscilla's going to give to the Elvis fan? Heck to the no. She charges for photos. She charges for inscripting my book to your... Ooh. She's never going to give to us Elvis fans. Ever. You think Riley will ever step up and get to Elvis fans? I don't know. How about the twins? Yet to be seen. They're innocent. They're minors. We don't know what they're going to do in the future. They're so young. But Riley is almost 40. She's been on this earth a while, right? What would she do to us? What could she help and give to Elvis fans, or at least give to the community of Memphis? Do you think she cares? I think she's too Hollywood right now. I think she's too wrapped up in her career and her fame of being an actress, a producer, to really even care. I think she makes more money acting and producing with her own name and modeling and image and all that stuff than she makes with EPE. And I think I know this for a fact with the dividends that I've seen of what Lisa used to get paid by EPE. And if you cross reference that with what they're supposed to get paid now, guys, guys, Riley Keough makes more money being an actress and producer and a model than she does by being Elvis Presley's granddaughter. Fact. Fact. So think about that. Think about that. Catherine, I have to look into it because it wouldn't let me send another YouTube page. Oh goodness, Catherine. I don't know. I'm I have no idea. I don't know how you can do that. Yes, they should invite all Elvis family to events. Why not? Why not make it a all holds barred? I mean, that's like how any family reunion is, right? I mean, you got the Hatfields over here, you got the McCoys over here, and how do you think that's going to work in the end? Oh, that would be interesting. I would be willing to have a box of popcorn in front of me during that. Let's just invite all the extended family. Get them all in the room. Let's get Uncle Vester over here, and let's get the crazy one over there. And oh my gosh, there's the one cousin over there that's on her porch drinking before noon. Lord, let's let all the family come to the reunion. Let's do that. Yes, yes. Have y'all been to a family reunion before? Y'all know what I'm talking about. Oh my gosh. Let's let the aunts sit on the porch with their drink, man, because they can't handle real family over here because, woo, it's going down now. Have y'all been to a Southern reunion before? Lord, you'll never forget it. How many people fighting over whose fried chicken is better than whose? Oh my gosh, if I eat another fried chicken leg and potato salad, I'm going to pop. Oh, and if that Gladys keeps talking about yada, we're going to have to get somebody to get her to be quiet. Oh, yeah. Not meaning I'm talking about Gladys. It's just a southern name that's really, really popular. Oh my gosh, I cracked myself up. I'm sorry. I'm trying not to even bore myself, folks, at this time. Oh my gosh. But yes, yes, yes. We've got to remember that what this is going to be like if they let all extended family come. It's going to be the biggest family reunion ever. Woo, woo, woo. We're going to have all kinds of fun. Oh goodness. Melinda, after Lisa told about being molested and Priscilla knew and didn't stop it, she has no right to be buried there with Lisa when she's resting. Elvis wouldn't want her there either. She hurt his baby girl. Melinda, I am right there with you, honey. It's like after knowing that your Nona had something to do with your mom's sadness and molestation and all the crap and drama that happened in her life, how could she let her Nona be buried near her mom? I mean, even if she's estranged from Elvis, okay, indifferent from her grandfather. I mean, she calls her grandfather Elvis, right? And then somebody told me the other day, "Oh, Shauna, don't get so mad at Riley for calling her grandfather Elvis when Lisa Marie, in fact, also called her father Elvis." just sometimes it's hard to even sometimes it's even hard to comment when somebody else asks you a question. It's kind of like, think about it. This was Lisa, little Lisa, when she was like 4 years old, calling her dad Elvis because she just couldn't comprehend how many people were calling him Elvis. Granted, he was her daddy, but okay, Elvis. Okay, Elvis. Okay, Elvis. You know, why don't you call me daddy? I'm daddy. Oh, okay, Elvis. I mean, come on. She was a little girl, little bitty thing. She didn't do that when she got older. After she turned a certain age, we never heard Lisa call Elvis Elvis. He was dad, her father. So Diana says absolutely. And yes, that's true. I'm sure Riley makes more from her acting, etc. Yes, she does. I mean, I will have to say, you guys, they don't make a lot from EPE right now. In fact, I believe that Lisa wasn't paid half of what she should have been paid when she should have been paid by EPE to begin with. If you look at the divorce records that I'm going through, the deep dive of Lisa Marie and Michael Lockwood's divorce, she wasn't making that much from EPE. Once upon a time, you have 100%. Then you keep selling percentages, and then you finally sell 85% of your 100% percentage. You're only going to be making 50. You're only going to be making 15% of the profit, right? So you got Joel, who's who's a millionaire, who's making millions of dollars off of EPE, and then you have Lisa only making 15% of that. So she's making hundreds of $1,000s compared to his millions of dollars. Think of it that way. It's not as much as other people think. She wasn't making as much as people think. You know, you sell that much of your profit of what you own, you're not going to get that much back. That's just a given thing. The math, that's the math. You know, that's just the way it is. CC Cat, anyone living who knew Elvis should be invited. They'd be gone one day. I understand they're all getting older. In fact, invite everybody. Why not? People make their own opinions and do their own fan base and draw their own lines and wave their own flags of what side they're on. Yeah, why not? Why not? All holds barred. Everybody's invited. But Joel will never do that. Guys, the guy living off of dead Elvis who claimed to wear parasites, he'll never invite all the family to the big family Elvis reunion. Heck to the no. It ain't gonna happen. It ain't gonna happen. Let's see. Hold on. I'm missing a few comments here. Catherine, Chrissy up in age. I bet she couldn't remember what color briefs Elvis wore on the day she married him. Are you kidding me? Elvis didn't wear briefs. I bet you he didn't wear underwear at all that day. Easy access, right? Let's just get this over with. Maybe it was more of a surgical procedure. I don't know. I'm just playing. I'm being mean. Music World Wonder. Watch them spill all the tea and then have you and your fellow Southern say so cover it. Oh, whatever. I've been spilling the Presley tea for years. I've been calling stuff out for years. And I have called things out that have not come true. And then it comes true. It's funny. It's really funny. Really. CC Cat, have you had a cornbread salad, Shauna? No. I've had cornbread and I've had salad, but never cornbread salad, CC Cat. You're gonna have to fill me in on that one. I've never had both together. Margaret, you forgot about the time. It's okay. You can watch all the rest when this uploads later. You can watch the beginning of it, and it's better late than never. It's better late than never. Oh, Nisa. No one knows Riley's new baby name? No. This one is kept quiet. The first one, she kept it quiet for a while till the cat got let out the bag. But this one, we don't know what Riley's baby's name is now. Nope. Mum's the word. Nobody has let the cat out of the bag this time around. Jan. Okay, I'm dreaming here. But what if Prissy Pants had all the plastic surgery to make herself look more like Lisa Marie? Maybe out of jealousy. Oh gosh, Jan. Jan, that would be so sick. And the ones that follow her after she did the procedure, Lord help them. Ugh, that would be awful. That would be awful. I would say it was satanic. I would. I'd be like, oh my gosh, this is so satanic. I'm not going there. She looked too much like her daughter. She looks too young. She drank baby blood. There's no plastic surgery here, folks. Move along. Move along. There's something sinister here. I don't like it. I don't like it one bit. There's something crazy. There's crazy people in Hollywood. And it's loco. It's so loco. These people are so crazy. It's scary. CC Cat. A layered salad, boiled eggs, tomato, lettuce, etc. with cornbread on it. It's actually good. Really? I might have to try that. I make homemade cornbread, and I could try that. I'll let you know, CC Cat, if I like it or not. I just never heard of cornbread salad before. Everybody call it cornbread salad. I said cornbread, salad. Woo! Lord have mercy. Oh man. You guys can tell I'm tired. I get the silliest when I'm most tired. Melinda. I will say this living 45 minutes from Graceland my whole life until the last few years. Even driving by, not the same, with a vibe of joy and happiness. I don't feel that since Lisa died. I feel sadness. Melinda, thank you for your honesty. I feel it too. Ain't been nothing's been the same since she passed. Nothing. Sandra says that the plastic surgery Priscilla undertook makes her look like a clown. Oh yeah. It makes her look like the Saw movies puppet. So it makes me think of her. Yes, Margaret. The zoning committee, the city of Memphis, has to either agree or deny the request for her to be buried there. Yep. Plus, Riley has to put in a request like Vernon did to even do it. But we'll see. We'll see what side Riley is on when her Nona finally passes away. We'll see. We shall see. Nobody knows when the good Lord will call us, but when it does, he does. And we'll see what happens with Priscilla's body when it does. But I'm just saying, guys, I've said this for a while. I hope she doesn't. I'm very passionate and I will let myself be heard if that happens. And I know a few people also will do the same. But yeah, there's a lot of us that won't be happy if Priscilla's buried there. I'll just say that. And Joel knows this. He knows this. He knows there's going to be a lot of us not happy if she's buried there. A lot of us. And poke salad, Music World Wonder, is a wild green that grows up like a turnip green, wild in your yard, in the south and in the east. It's got like purple little sprouts coming out with purple little like berries, but it's a big leaf. You cut it. It's like a turnip green. It's like a spinach. You cut it. Grows wild. You boil it. You boil it with pork fat or lard or flavored butter. It's very good. Elvis never ate it, but he sang a song about it. But because of Elvis singing the song of poke salad, it grew natural behind my mom and dad's house up there where I was raised in Arkansas. I used to pick it wild because of Elvis, and we would cook it up. And we cook it up just like a turnip green, like spinach, with some pork fat, some ham oil. It's good. It's good. It's delicious. Melinda says that Priscilla looks like the Joker. Yep. CC Cat. Yep. It's a plant that grows wild, kind of like a turnip green. Yep. PR disaster or not, Priscilla being buried at Graceland would be the death of a lot of their money. Granted, they'll still make money, but they might not make as much as they made before because there'll be a lot of us that won't be too happy. And there'll be a lot of people that helped bring the foundation up that might be a little upset, might come down a little bit. So they need to realize there are a lot of us fans that wouldn't be happy about it. They would not. And Music World Wonder says, I can see Shauna doing the happy dance. Happy, happy dance. I want to do a happy dance. Happy, happy dance. Trevor, Riley is on Priscilla's side. She will likely be buried at Graceland. And you know what? It's a toss-up. I told you guys a while back, I wouldn't be surprised if she does, but I will be surprised if she don't. I know you guys are thinking, Shauna, but the thing is, you guys, this is not our family. This is not our legacy. As much as we want it to be, it is not. It is all up to them and the higher powers and the zoning commission, the city of Memphis, Riley. It's not up to us. But don't be surprised if you have to walk past Priscilla Beaulieu's grave to get to Elvis. Or to Lisa's, for that matter. I'll be surprised if she isn't. I hope she isn't. I'll be surprised if she isn't. Elvis. Yep. Peace. It bugs me that Riley seems detached from Elvis. She has said she was angry because his memory made her mother sad. Yes, and she said this in the past, and I get it. All she saw with her mother was being sad because her dad died. That's all she saw. Of course, it's part of generational trauma. She saw her mom sad, upset, listening to his music in his room, grieving for her father that she lost when she was 9. So she might associate Elvis with her mother's sadness. And she said this in an interview, did she not? She associates her mother's sadness with her mother sadness by her father dying when she was 9. Deb, I skipped both your comments. I didn't see them. Let me look. And then I gotta go soon, guys. Let me see. Deb. I don't see. I am still looking, Deb. I saw your last comment, but I don't see anything that you wrote above. I'm looking. Let's see. When'd you write them? I don't see them. Give me the comment down below so I can read them now. Oh, I see. Deb. Priscilla is a con artist, scammers, and someone who is parasitic and a predator focusing on the fans footing the bill for Priscilla's self-serving gain and riches. Oh, yes, and I think there might be another one in that too, Deb. So, yes, I see that comment now. You see what your other comment is now? You see, I try to make everybody happy. It's hard to, but I'm trying. Let's see. That's the only one I see so far, Deb. I'm still looking. That's the only one I can see besides that. And girl, if I missed a comment, I'm sorry. It goes so fast sometimes. I don't mean to skip. It just goes so fast I might not see it. I know, Marie. Good Lord God Almighty, know that I don't is almighty number 8. Where in the middle of the air. Melinda, 1977 was a long time ago. Funeral regulations change all the time. Go to Tennessee State Bureau regulation site and see what it says. Oh, yes, Melinda. And you're just reminding me of my age and that it was a long time ago. You just reminded me of my mortality, sweetheart. Whew. Peace said that she is a Riley fan, so not to trash her. I understand, Peace. I ain't saying anything to trash her, honey. I'm just saying I haven't seen anything to the step up for us Elvis fans. Not yet, anyway. Not yet. Yep. Cooking greens with smoked meat, Music World Wonder, and bell peppers are delicious. It's a southern thing. Catherine, I don't understand why these doctors are still doing surgery on her. Catherine, it's all about money. If you pay them enough money, they'll do whatever you want them to do. Will, hello, Shauna. Hey, Will from Lake Charles, Louisiana. Melinda says, that's okay. I'm 65. Well, it's all right. It's all right. It's all right. It's all right. I was 10 when Elvis died, so I'm older, but truthfully, I don't have much interest in him then. Remember it, though. Well, when Elvis died, I was only 4 months old. I repeat, when Elvis died, I was only 4 months old, but Mama instilled her love for him in me. And that's why, to this day, and from now on, I am an advocate for Elvis's legacy. Being an advocate for Elvis's legacy means that we go by truth, and we don't go by fantasy, and we don't go by misinformation. We go by the facts. Just the facts, ma'am. That's all we need. And So many things have gone out. And you guys, there's so much drama between Lisa Marie and Priscilla Presley. And if I'm going to end this live tonight, I will have to say at this point, to us, it started with Priscilla Presley, but guys, we have to go up one further. To me, we have to go first and foremost to Anne Beaulieu, which was Priscilla's mother, and it trickled down. It trickled down. So that's it for tonight, folks. You could have went to any Elvis channel for whatever we did tonight, but you didn't. You came to mine, and for that, I love each and every one of you for it. Thank you so much. Guys, on Sunday, I will do part 2 of Lisa Marie versus Michael Asshat Lotwood. So I'm going to wear my hat in honor of Michael Asshat Lockwood. So Sunday, we're going to go over the divorce, part 2 of the divorce between Lisa and Michael Asshat Lockwood. So this is my hat for tonight. For Michael Asshat Lockwood, just put it out there. You know how he loves to wear his hats. Well, when I mention him, I'm going to be wearing a hat. Why not? A hat. But guys, know that I'll be giving a video with that divorce on Sunday, part 2. We're going to talk about the custody of the girls and what it took for the custody and how much money it took for Michael and Lisa. All that stuff, okay, guys? I love you guys. Thank you so much for coming tonight, all right? And guys, know I will see you Sunday. TCBTLC. God bless you all. And you know what? I'll see you on the other side, of course, and on Sunday. All right, guys. I love y'all. Know that you guys made my night. And thank you guys for coming. Thank you guys so much. Bye, everybody. Out on the plains down in Tennessee, I met a cowboy roaming the range one day, and as he rode along, I heard him singing the most peculiar cowboy song. It was a ditty he learned in the city. Como ta-ya-ya-ya, como ta-ya-pity-ya-ya, now get along. Go ahead, little doggy, get along. Better be on your way, get along. Get hit the little doggy, he trucked them on down that old trailway, singing his cow boogie in the strangest way. Como ta-ya-ya-ya, como ta-ya-pity-ya-ya. Get along, little doggies, get along.